Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Review. Well, I've got an important question for you, especially around this time of tax, right? Everyone's favorite season being tax season, being very sarcastic. And that is this: have you ever reviewed how much unnecessary tax you may be paying? And maybe you've been paying it for a long time. You see, one of the things to really look at, in particular, when you really think about controlling what's controllable, right, is that, right, a good offense is about making more. A good defense is about spending less. And it's far more predictable and controllable to spend less when you're following the tax code with legal tax mitigation and elimination solutions. That's why we call it hidden wealth. Helping people to discover and uncover the areas of their hidden wealth, especially in the area of taxation. Here's why. I shared just this last week from a National Retirement Institute poll that the number one regret around retirement for retirees, by a landslide, there wasn't even a close second, was not properly accounting for the significance or the impact of taxation on retirement. And here's the thing I really want you to think about in your thinking. It's a significant difference when someone thinks about planning for retirement versus planning at retirement. You see, this April 1st, and I'm not focused on, April Fool's Day, although a lot of retirees, those of you listening that turned 70 and a half, right, turned 70 and a half last year, be careful of the double tax trap, right? Be cautious of these required minimum distributions. And for those of you that are saying, well, Chuck, it's not of importance to me. I'm years away from 70 and a half. Hey, that's actually to your advantage. Not getting stuck with these required minimum distributions. By some of you listening are saying, well, Chuck, you're talking to me. I'm in those distributions. If you're not there yet, learn how to avoid having them without even having to address them. In other words, get rid of your RMDs, eliminate them. If you're already in required minimum distribution zone of retirement, being 70 and a half or older, learn how you can drastically reduce them or possibly eliminate these required minimum distributions. You see, it's very clear to get focused on what's controllable, right? It's not what you make, it's what you keep, right? And obviously we've heard offense sells tickets and defense wins games. The number one thing I've seen now with almost a quarter century of helping baby boomers and retirees is simply the greatest threat comes from taxation. And it's the unplanned for impact of, let's say, 50 to 85% of their Social Security being taxed because of this required minimum distribution, or this required minimum distribution forcing people into a higher marginal tax bracket. And folks, the time to save tax is now. The tax sale is on, and it's extended through 2025. Take advantage of that window while you have it. You see, because here's where all the taxes are coming from. You got green tax with the Green New Deal. That's it's not a deal. It's a deal to take more of your green. Transaction tax. They're not even talking about now forming a tax on every financial transaction that you make, right? Wealth tax. 70% tax rates. Folks, the time to save tax is while it's top of mind. And you can have a great defense and win a lot of games by eliminating unnecessary tax. This Tuesday, I'll be teaching one of our proven strategies with a track record of measurable results where our clients have a retirement income source that grows without tax, they use it without tax, and they can leave it without tax. And it does not, as an income source, subject taxing any of their Social Security or force them into paying higher Medicare Part B and D premiums or have to pay capital gains tax on a brokerage account that lost money, and the list goes on and on. Simply go to retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com and register. It's a log on and learn complimentary educational webinar, but you've got to hurry. The spaces fill up quickly and we teach all over the country. So be sure to get the space that fits best for you while it's still available, or call 855-668-2928. Sometimes people just prefer to call 855-668-2928, but hurry. Let me leave you with one final thought. It's a monumental experience going from planning for retirement versus planning at retirement. Learn the strategies that aren't taught by the status quo. Become aware of things you've not been made aware of, and have a great defense by eliminating unnecessary tax. And get Uncle Sam out of your pocket and get the IRS out of your IRAs. retirementprotected.com.